Are you tired of your pronunciation giving you away as a newbie in French? Today, I'm about to help you improve your accent by teaching you 3 sounds that can be particularly challenging for English speakers. The French R, the nasal vowel en, and the semi-vowel y in these letter combinations. I, aïe, ouille, aïe, œil. Let's start with the French R. The French R is not made with the tip of the tongue going up. The tip of the tongue is against the lower teeth and it doesn't move. The sound comes from the back of the mouth. To make the French R, you force A up the throat just as you do to pronounce the English H. While doing it, the backside of the tongue is going to slightly lift up. The entire backside of the tongue lifts up. There shouldn't be a groove in the middle of the tongue. As you're lifting up the backside of the tongue, you limit the amount of air going through the mouth, and the uvula will vibrate slightly against the tongue. The uvula is the little thing hanging at the back of the throat. Let's zoom in for you to see my tongue and uvula when I pronounce the French R. To make sure you're making the sound correctly, pour a little bit of water in your mouth. Then tilt your head while making the French R sound. You should hear a gargling noise. This sound can be spelled R or double R. Paris, Paris. Bonjour, bonjour. The last R of this word is a bit tricky, as the tongue must go up afterward to pronounce the D. Try to make the sounds as slowly as possible to make sure you pronounce them all correctly. Regarde, regarde. Arrête, arrête. J'arrive, j'arrive. In the beginning, your French R might sound rough and exaggerated, but with practice it will become elegant and subtle, very similar to the English H. Now onto the en sound. Think about the letters ng in English that make this sound, as in the words ring, song. This is a nasal consonant. The sound comes out of the nose. To make the nasal vowel en, the easiest is to start from the oral vowel a. We're going to say a continuously and then push the sound up to nasalize it. The a sound in French is similar to the pronunciation of the letter A in the American pronunciation of father. The mouth is well open. The lips are slightly stretched. The tongue is in a central position. A. To make the nasal sound en, we're going to slightly round the lips, move the tongue a bit backward, and raise slightly the backside of the tongue to block the amount of air going through the mouth. This will push the sound up the nose. Let's zoom in for you to see my mouth when I pronounce a and en. A-en, 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 a-en. To be sure you're doing it correctly, simply pinch your nose as you make the oral vowel a and the nasal vowel en. With the nasal vowel, pinching your nose should change the sound. If it doesn't, it means that it's only coming out of your mouth and that you're not nasalizing it. A, en, en. This sound can be spelled en or an. N is replaced by M in front of the consonant M, B, and P. Anglais, anglais. Une lampe, une lampe. J'entends, j'entends. With this word, be careful not to use your English pronunciation to pronounce it. The final D is silent and AN is a nasal vowel. The tip of the tongue doesn't go up to pronounce the N. Grand, grand. Décembre, décembre. Nasal vowels are an essential feature of the French language, so don't overlook them. Lastly, let's tackle the Y sound when it's written IL or ILL. The Y sound is not difficult for English speakers as you can find it in the words you or yoga. The difficulty comes from recognizing when IL and ILL are pronounced I, Y, or il. If there are one or more consonants followed by ILL and then one or more vowels, ILL is pronounced I. Je m'habille. Une fille. La Bastille. De la vanille. La famille. There are few exceptions to this rule, such as la ville, mille, tranquille, l'île. If there are one or more vowels followed by ILL at the end of a word, ILL is pronounced Y. De l'ail, un fauteuil, un réveil, l'accueil, l'orgueil. If there are one or more vowels followed by ILL and then one or more vowels, ILL is pronounced Y. Je travaille. De la volaille. Une grenouille. Be careful with this word. Mille is one of the exceptions we just talked about. Un millefeuille. Une bouteille. The second difficulty comes from knowing when to pronounce the Y sound with the vowel sound that precedes or the one that follows. When ILL is at the end of a word, the Y sound is pronounced with the previous vowel sound as one single sound. They are pronounced in one breath in the same syllable. De l'ail. Un fauteuil. Un réveil. L'accueil. L'orgueil. When ILL is followed by I at the end of a word, the Y sound is pronounced with the previous vowel or consonant sound as one single sound. They are pronounced in one breath in the same syllable simply because I as the final letter of a word is silent. La famille. Je travaille. Une grenouille. Un millefeuille. Une bouteille. When ILL is followed by a pronounced vowel, the Y sound is pronounced with the vowel sound that follows and not the one that precedes. S'habiller. S'habiller. Bailler. Bailler. Fouiller. Fouiller. Se réveiller. Se réveiller. Le feuillage. Le feuillage. Finally, let's see how to pronounce these sounds correctly and its different spellings. I. There is a I sound like double E in the English word see and the Y sound like Y in the English word you. I. The sound I is written consonant plus ILL plus vowel. La famille. La famille. S'habiller. s'habiller. Aille. There is a sound like a in the English word father and the y sound. Aille. The sound I is written consonant plus AIL at the end of words or consonant plus AILL plus vowel inside words. De l'ail, de l'ail. Bailler, bailler. Ouille. There is the OO sound like double O in the English word boot and the Y sound. Ouille. The sound ouille is written consonant plus OUIL at the end of words or consonant plus OUILL plus vowel. Un fenouil, un fenouil. To be honest, this is the only word in French that ends in OUIL. Bouillir, bouillir. A. There is the A sound like E in the English word bed, but a bit more open. A. And the Y sound. A. The sound A is written consonant plus EIL at the end of words or consonant plus EILL plus vowel inside words. Le soleil, le soleil. Une bouteille, une bouteille. Œil. The sound œil is written consonant plus EUIL at the end of words or consonant plus EUILL plus vowel inside words. And in some rare cases, it can also be written C or G plus UEIL at the end of words or C or G plus UEILL plus vowel inside words. Un fauteuil, un fauteuil. L'accueil, l'accueil. The E sound is a bit tricky for English speaker. Check out this video to learn how to make it and how to make the E sound. By mastering these two sounds, you'll get one step closer to sounding like a local. À la semaine prochaine!